Hey everybody, this is Jyotsna Ramachandran here, the founder and CEO of Happy Self Publishing. And in today's episode of Author Success Stories, we have a very, very special guest. She is Deniz Kayadelen. Deniz is one of our clients at Happy Self Publishing. She is a business psychologist, a management consultant, and an extreme swimmer with many national and international awards. She swam from Robben Island to Cape Town in 12 degrees of extreme cold water infested with great white sharks. And she crossed the English and North Channels with her relay team. She is the record holder of 200 meters butterfly in her age category in Turkey. And she has placed in the top 10 in the world in 5 kilometers and 10 kilometers open water races. In her professional life, which is the other aspect of what she does, she specializes in change management and talent management, supporting large companies and professionals in their transformation processes. Denise is also a motivational speaker who helps people grow out of their comfort zones. And she currently works and lives in Turkey, and she's also been in the UK, South Africa, and Germany. Welcome to the show, Denise.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Yatsna.
It's such a pleasure to
be here.
connect with you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So
hello
now,
from Germany. So now I'm currently in Germany.
oh, is it? I didn't realize that. Wonderful. So
Yes.
now, adding to all the amazing things you've done, now you're the author of the best-selling book, Out of Comfort Zone. So how does it feel?
It feels really amazing. So my dream came true. And so last year, when you would tell me that, oh, you will be a best-selling author, I would say, oh, come on, not me. So why? And now it's realized. So I realized my dream, and it feels really great. And that's also what I'm talking in my book. So I say, when you go out of your comfort zone, magic can happen. And that's exactly what happened. So for me, it was a magic. It's a magic. And yeah, I'm enjoying that moment.
Wonderful. So let's start from the very beginning. You said a year ago, this must have been like a dream. You did not anticipate that you will become a best-selling author. So how did that first thought happen? How did you decide that, yes, I'm going to become an author?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'm a swimmer. I'm swimming more than 20 years. And 2 years ago, I decided to go more out of my comfort zone and do this English Channel, North Channel challenge. And I had really fear to go into cold water because 10, 15 years ago, I had hypothermia. So I was in an emergency situation because of cold water. That's why I hated cold water and I didn't want this. But then when I decided to face my fears and go out of my comfort zone, I had so many intense feelings. I just wanted to share those feelings, those experiences. And then I started to write a blog. So I have a website. I created a website outofOurComfortZone.com and started to writing about my 10 degrees of cold water challenge, 15 degrees of cold water challenge. Step by step, I shared my story about how I improve myself, my mind, my body, and go out of my comfort zone step by step with my friends and everything. And then I received some positive feedback. They said, oh, that's so inspiring. So please continue to write your stories. And you are motivating us as well to do cold showers or to do meditation. And yeah, that was the starting point of writing something. But I didn't have in mind to write as a book. But one day I said, okay, one day I want to combine all my stories and put it in one book. And last year I was in South Africa for my business. And then lockdown happened. But before lockdown, I swam from Robben Island to Cape Town. And as you said, it was 12 degrees with the risk of being attacked from white sharks because it's a white shark area. And it was so intense again. And after that, during lockdown, I decided why I don't start to write a book now. Because now I'm sitting at home, I have the time, and I have all the stories. Of course, I had my unsecure feelings, and I thought, are your stories enough? Are these good enough? Do you need more extreme stories to write a book? Do you need more extreme, different thoughts? But then I decided to make research about writing a book. to being an author. And then I came also across your website, and it was so engaging, so motivating. And I also speak with my friends in South Africa, and they also encouraged me to write a book. And I said, wow, I have all the stories, and I have the psychological background because professionally I'm a psychologist. And I said, okay, so let's combine my professional background, my personality, my personal journey, and let's combine it with these extreme experience. And as you maybe know, so yeah, I grew up in Germany. I'm both Turkish and German, so my mother tongue is not English.
Right.
And then I said, now I'm in a completely out of comfort zone situation. I'm in South Africa, completely alone, speaking English, not my mother tongue. And then I said, I will prove the out of comfort zone experience. So I will write a book, also in English, out of my comfort zone, and that's the best time to do it. So that was my starting point.
That's fantastic, Denise. And I think COVID was a blessing in disguise for you, right? Because of the time that you got, you decided to write the book.
Yes, I felt I couldn't swim, I couldn't see my friends, I couldn't go out, I couldn't explore the beautiful country, South Africa. And then I again felt the great feeling to say, okay, let's transform this pain into success. Let's do something good for yourself, good for other people, and transform this pain into more creative energy. And yeah, then I saw your website, also your TED Talk, and also the article about writing a book. And then so one to another. And then I saw also your article, how to become a best-selling author. And then I said, why not? So let's check this video, let's check this post, and let's check these methods. And then I said, wow, that's so inspiring. Why I can try it? So I have all these stories, I have all these thoughts. So let's do it. Let's start and try.
That's amazing. See, I think one message that our listeners and viewers will probably take away from this is that sometimes to do a very big task, it could be really daunting, like to write a book. But you started step by step. You wrote these smaller blog posts and articles, and that kind of gave you the confidence, right? So I think that could be like something that people who are scared of writing a book could probably try by just writing smaller blog posts, and that itself could be like a chapter. And when you combine multiple blogs, it can actually become a book. But I'm sure you must have seen some difference between writing blogs versus writing a book. So when the actual writing started, first of all, how did you nail down on this book topic? Because what's really amazing is you are already, a consultant in your business side. So you do a lot of amazing things, and you could have written a separate book on that. And you're also a pro swimmer, and this could have been a separate book. But how did you decide to marry the two different fields and put it together as the perfect topic for your book?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the main difference was, of course, I had all these stories, but then it was a challenge to put it in a one storyline. And then I decided to say, okay, so let's start at the beginning. So let's start with the time where I started to swim. So why I started to swim? Why is swimming for me so important, or transforming the pain into success? So when I started to do that, then I had a self-exploration journey and said, okay, so I need to have a storyline. I need to have an agenda for me, for the book. And I saw then parallelities in different phases in my life. And that was going out of comfort zone. So using a challenge in a more positive way, because why I'm a swimmer. So it started when I moved from Germany to Turkey with my mom. And it was a challenging moment because I lost my family, my life in Germany, and I needed to adjust to a completely new life. Right. And then I used this, again, pain into more creative energy and started to swim. And with swimming, I felt again confident in my comfort zone. No matter what's happening outside, I felt myself safe in the water. And then I just thought, okay, let's start with the storyline. Let's have the storyline. And then I put chapter to chapter different topics and used, as you said, also my stories from my website as a chapter. And of course, all these chapters needed to be connected.
Yeah, I think that connection is the most difficult part, right? While writing a book, rather than just writing a blog post.
Yeah, so you need to have the storyline and connect the pieces, connect the dots.
Mm.
And then I decided to say, okay, let's call this book Out of Comfort Zone, because you can use this theme in your life, in your swimming or sports life, or also in your career. And every time then we are feeling challenged, we are out of our comfort zone, and it's not just in one area of our life. So then I decided to mix everything and to share my life journey.
Right. This is amazing because a lot of people feel that, okay, I've gone through a lot of challenges and this could be a good memoir, and they write the entire book in that style. But you make it look like a very solid business book or a self help book. And yet it has a lot of anecdotes from your life throughout the book. So I think this is a very interesting take because I feel a lot of times readers will not really bother reading somebody's story unless that person is a celebrity who comes on television. They may
Yeah.
not be excited to read their story, but when you are coming up with something that can be a solution to their problem through your story, it's a lot more relatable, right? So I think that way you've done a great job.
That's a good point, Yotsna, because some people said to me, oh, you are not a celebrity, so don't put your picture on this book page. Or so, yeah, it's you need to be it's tough that you are writing about your own life story. And I said, yes, I will do that because I'm speaking about out of comfort zone. And that's maybe also out of comfort zone to say, okay, I'm not a celebrity, but I'm doing that. And I'm risking maybe to not be read, but I just want to realize my dream. And of course, I could write a book about psychology because I'm a psychologist, or about consulting, but I just combine it with my passion, with my heart, and it's a real life story. And of course, I would call it more a self-help book. It's not a business book. So I have a little bit business, but tell you the truth, it's more a self-growth, self-help book. And I used also methodologies and insights from professors, from Wim Hof, for example, or from Dr. Joe Dispenza. So I tried also to provide insights to the readers, which are really helpful, which are tangible, with some meditation methods or breathing exercise, or the flow moment, how you can use the flow moment in your job or in your private life. So that was then the combination of both my personal story thoughts, but also some insights, which is helpful for everyone.
Right. So did this level of clarity, did you have it right at the beginning, or while writing the book, you decided, let me just add this and add that and, make it more action oriented and tangible for the readers? So how was, did you have that exact outline in front of you while right at the beginning, or while writing that whole thing just evolved?
Yeah, so my goal was really to inspire other people or give them also some tangible also elements. But so it was during the process. During the process, I said, okay, let's include also the meditation exercise. Let's include this because those methods helped me. And I wanted to help others with those methods and inspire them as well, because I didn't do everything by myself. So I get also inspiration from other sources.
Right.
And then I thought, why I don't combine it and provide the readers my story, but in combination with other elements, because these sources are also so valuable. There are some books, some videos about all these sources, and I tried to summarize that in my book and provide the readers a compact insights toolkit, like you can say toolkit. And also, of course, I worked with your company. So at the end, it was really helpful to also receive feedback and say, okay, let's do some summary sections. For example, at the beginning, my chapters didn't have any summary. But then after some iteration sessions, after the feedback also from your experts, I said, oh, okay, let's do a summary. And this summary was more tangible, action oriented for the readers. And then I received the feedback that they really loved that, because at the end, they have an action step and inspiration, and they can move with those new ideas.
Right. That's awesome. Another thing that I really liked about your book, which I think could be a great message for the people who are watching, is a lot of times aspiring authors get stuck thinking that I want to write a book on this topic, but there are already so many books out there on the exact same topic. So how do I make my book unique? And you kind of did it so well by actually bringing out your authentic, personal side as well. I think by just telling our real journey and story and going tracing back to where you started and
Yeah.
actually connecting the dots and seeing that common element in your life which is coming out of your comfort zone, you kind of
Mhm.
made the book so unique, because I have never come across a book written by an extreme swimmer on all these business principles. So I don't know whether you did it intentionally to make it really different, or you just did you just tune into your authentic self, and that automatically makes that book unique, because nobody else in this planet earth will have the exact same journey as what you had, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. So thank you for that. I really appreciate your comments and feedback. That makes me happy to hear, because yeah, I wanted to provide a unique book. I wanted to write a unique topic. And yeah, I'm a consultant, I'm a psychologist, I'm a swimmer. And I said, okay, let's combine this, let's make it unique. Because as you said, yes, there are great books from swimmers. They also told about their swim stories, about their challenges, or there are books about meditation or books about business consulting. But I said, okay, I want to do a combination. I want to combine everything and put it in one package. And yeah, so happy to hear that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it
can
really
still
worked
consider
very
it.
well. And now you mentioned a little bit about the cover, right? That I think was the most exciting part for me as
Yes.
well, because it was so much fun getting feedback from so many people. And I
Mhm.
cannot believe that you actually thought twice before putting your picture on the cover, because in my opinion, Denise, you are already a super achiever in whatever you've done in your life so far. And if a person like you can probably have that small element of self-doubt if you should have your face on the cover, then I can just imagine all the people who are just starting out, who don't have a great resume yet, how much of self doubt and self esteem issues they will be going through when they are writing their book, right? So, how did you
Mhm.
finally decide that yes, I'm going to have my face on the cover?
Yeah, so it was also a process. As I said, some people said, "Oh, you are not a celebrity. Why you are putting your picture?" Or others said, "Oh, yeah, let's do it." So you will always hear different voices from different people, right? Some people will be encouraging, some maybe less, and then it's important to hear your heart. And I said that that's a book about my journey. That's a book about my thoughts and why I then hide myself. And of course, there were different covers with my picture, without my picture, then just with the swimming picture or just with the business picture. And your team helped me as well, the design team, to combine all these different elements and yeah, provide me some alternatives. And then I decided, oh, okay, so it's my story, so let's put my face on it. And yeah, because that's me, so it's a for one package. But of course, at the beginning, it was like, shall I do it or not? So I had
Yeah.
also my doubts. But yeah, in this process, I think it's important to work with people who are encouraging, who, of course, are also objective and also can consult you in a more professional way and say, okay, let's do that, or that is better. And yeah, so your team was also supportive and encouraged me to put my face and my civic face on this cover page.
And that was some amazing. And what I really liked was you took that extra effort to do some photo shoot sessions to get that perfect photo for your cover, because a lot of times when authors share their pictures, I very bluntly tell them that this is not going to work because the pictures will not look professional. But I
Mhm.
think when we started the second round of cover design, you said, just wait a minute, let me get some better pictures. And you actually took that effort. So how was that experience of getting a photo shoot done? Did you like feel like a celebrity then?
Yeah, so I did a photo shoot and then I didn't like those photos. So then I
Hmm.
used again my first photo,
Yeah.
but I did a photo shoot in the water again. And so the swimming picture is the latest new picture. And yeah, it was so exciting to do this photo shoot because yeah, you are so proud and said, oh, that's for my book. So it needs to be great. It needs to be nice for this cover. So yeah, it was a great experience. And yeah, I had the feeling that this is worth to do it
Right.
because the more you put your energy and the more you try to make it good, the more you are happy then with the result and can go more with confidence to outside.
Yeah, absolutely. The effort that you put in really helped us arrive at that final cover. So good job with that, Denise. And also, I was curious to know, I didn't ask you this in the beginning, but I really wanted to know, why did you choose to self-publish your book? When you spoke to me, obviously, I wanted you to be our client, so I would have never asked you why. But now I want to just ask you, did you have other options? Did you weigh the pros and cons? And finally, why did you decide to go with self-publishing?
So I wanted to write the book in English and want to publish it worldwide because, as you said at the beginning, I worked in Turkey, I lived in London, I lived in South Africa, I'm swimming all over the world. And I said, okay, let's have a book which everybody can understand. So because I grew up in Germany, I live in Germany, but my mother tongue or my family comes from Turkey. I lived also in Turkey. And then I had the conflict, okay, shall I write my book in German or shall I write it in Turkish? And then I said, okay, it doesn't help, let's do it in English. Because in English, everybody can understand. It doesn't matter, Turkey, Germany, or worldwide. I can share my thoughts. And then I decided, okay, so if I do it in English and if I want to share it with everybody in the world, what is the best option? And the best option is, of course, Amazon. So that was in my mind because Amazon is all over the world. Amazon is shipping everything all over the world. And it has also the digital Kindle version. And then I said, okay, that's the best way. And then I make a research, how can I publish a book on Amazon? And then I come to the idea, okay, let's do it by myself and do it on Amazon.com.
Right. So throughout this journey of publishing your book, which one part was the hardest? Was it the writing or the publishing, or which do you think was the most challenging because you self-published the book?
Of course, I had challenging moments when I wrote the book. So sometimes I was in my creative energy. I wrote pages and pages, and sometimes I stuck and said, oh, does everything make sense? So sometimes you have a feeling, oh, it doesn't make sense what you're writing. But then 3 days later, you say, wow, that's good. And then again, it doesn't make sense. So you have up and downs emotionally. But I always motivated myself and pushed myself, and it was a good process. So at the end, I had really my final draft. And then the second point is really also hard to publish it, to make it visible for everyone. And then find a middle way between marketing, being pushy and not being too pushy and not too selling. Because, I'm as a personality, I'm a consultant, I have my friends, I have my clients. I didn't want also be so much pushy, but at the end, I needed to do my marketing of my own product, and also, of course, get support from a professional company like your company, and pushing the marketing, doing the all the promotions, and so writing a book is one step. But the second biggest and important step is really publishing it, doing the best right marketing, the professional marketing, and position your book in really different target groups and worldwide. So that was the second challenge which I faced.
Right. Glad you mentioned about the marketing, because I see two types of clients, Denise. One set of authors who are self-publishing the book believe that as soon as the book is uploaded to Amazon, it will sell on its own, and they do nothing about it. And the other set of people think that, okay, I'm working with an agency who's helping me do this, so they will take care of everything, so let me not do anything. So, but there is this third category, which has people like you who also work with an agency, and we do our bit in marketing it, running the promotions and all that. And you also do your bit in promoting it. So every other day I get a notification on Facebook and Instagram. Denise has tagged you on this. She has posted that video. She's doing this panel discussion here. She's speaking there. So just tell me, how did your marketing plan work? Did you actually kind of plan this whole thing as to what are you going to do every single day? Or how did this whole launch plan happen right before the book launch and now after the book launch?
Yeah, so it's a combination, it's a mix. of professional steps and of intuitive steps, tell you the truth. So I created a team launch support team before I launched the book with Happy Self-Publishing. So I found people, friends, influencer who supported me to use the social media to really do the marketing of my book. And on the other hand, so one came to another. So my book was published, my friends, my book publishment support team supported, and then I received some interview requests, some keynote speech requests from India, from Turkey, from England. So that wasn't planned, but so they liked the story, they liked my book, they liked the story, and then it came from one to another, and now I have many different requests from different universities, different companies, different projects, including sports motivation, including self-growth, including inspiration, but also women empowerment. So it's really great to see in which directions are these topics going and where I can give my support and inspiration. And I think it's a combination of being authentic as well. So I always try to be authentic and share my thoughts. But of course, a plan is also important. And the campaigns, for example, are also important. So you, for example, your company helped me to do this, running these campaigns. And with those campaigns, I could achieve the bestseller status because we reached so many different people all over the world. And just me with my social media account, maybe it wouldn't be enough to do this.
Yeah, I was seeing so many of your launch team members sharing it on their walls. So there was like a massive reach that happened because of all the other people also supporting it, right?
Yeah.
And one thing unique about your videos, Denise, they're not at all staged, you don't do it like doing it in a studio. You are just out of the ocean, you've just finished a swim and you come out and talk about the book. I mean, all that was so natural. It just felt like you really want people to read this because it's got something of value for them. So I think that authenticity really probably would have touched people and they would have felt that, hey, maybe I should invite Denise on my show and speak to her and all of that, right?
Yeah. So that's my main motto: do everything from your heart with your passion. And so I'm really happy if some people say, oh, that touched my heart or that inspired me. And the more I hear these kind of feedback, the more I'm happy. And I really enjoy those kind of conversations or being part of different projects and push support to going out of our comfort zone, support to fear our fears and going to the direction of productive creative energy.
True. So what's different about a book project, I feel, is for certain projects, we know exactly why we are doing it, what should be the end goal, and we work towards it. Whereas for a book, you just put it out in the world, you have no idea who's going to read it and what opportunity that's going to bring into your life, which may be totally unexpected, which may be totally different from your professional work. You may end up meeting some readers who may want to have a selfie with you in an airport. You never know, it's so much fun.
Yeah, you're right. So because I have a full-time job, right? I'm a manager at EY. So I didn't have the pressure to earn money or to do something with the end result. So I just wanted to share my story, just wanted to inspire. And you're right. So, and now I'm surprised and just enjoying all the surprises which coming in my life with this book and with this further events that I'm attending.
Awesome, Denise. Just one last question I wanted to ask about this new project that you're doing called Wovid Diaries. What is that all about? I found it on LinkedIn. It's got something to do with COVID, right? So that's something that you recently started. Could you just tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so thank you for asking. So Wovid Diaries is a community worldwide, a woman community, which aims really to show different sides of women. Because in the media, we have sometimes the victim, we have sometimes the superstar, but not in between. And we want to show all the different facets of women. We want to increase women empowerment beyond and after, during COVID and beyond. And we want creating a network of powerful, of different kind of women in different cultures, and really foster the experience exchange, the woman empowerment, and we want also create some further inspiration and use different synergy effects from all over the world, like planning upskilling sessions, planning inspirational sessions. We have different social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We have our website. We will do some podcasts with different women in different situations during COVID-19. We are preparing some videos, some stories, some chronicles. So it will be a really mix of different medias and different topics. And the main goal is to increase the solidarity, women empowerment, and also to inspire each other how we can increase our resilience, our different nuances of women, and make the most of it.
Wow, Deniz. What I really love about whatever you do is, first of all, you do everything with a lot of passion. And secondly, certain things you do for your work, your profession, certain things for your hobbies and passion, and certain things for giving back to the society and, paying it forward. And I think that's really inspiring. And I just admire the way you balance so many different things in life, Deniz. So where can people find out more about whatever you do? And if they want to follow you, where should they go?
Yeah, so I'm on LinkedIn. I have my normal business profile on LinkedIn, but I also have Instagram. So my Instagram nickname is Business Psychologist, but you can find me also with my new normal name, Deniz Kayadelen. And I have also my own website, so outofourcomfortzone.com. So I have different channels, so people can reach me with those different channels. And I would be happy to be in contact with different kind of people all over the world and speaking about these topics and projects.
Sure, and we'll post all the links in the show notes. So is there any final word of advice that you would like to give to an aspiring author?
Yeah, so don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. If you want to write a book, then just do it. If you want to try to do something new, just do it. Because you never know what you are capable when you don't try. So just try it, just do it, and you will be amazed how powerful you are, and you will explore yourself step by step. And the more you explore yourself, the more you explore the world, and you will be so amazed and see how magic can happen in your life. So don't be afraid of do anything where you say, oh, can I do it or not? So just do it, and you will be really successful when you do it also with passion from your heart.
Very well said, Deniz. Thank you so much for summing up the whole thing so well. Thank you so much once again for your time. And it was such a pleasure to connect with you again.
Yeah, thank you also to your team. It was a great collaboration. I'm really happy worked with this Happy Self-Publishing. So thank you so much. And yeah, looking forward for further projects. Who never know.
Yeah. See you then. Take care.
See you. Bye-bye.